I bought a new toolkit today from Amazon. It is under the Cyclists brand. It is made in Taiwan, arrived today, and it sells for $80, $79.99. As I have mentioned before on some of my other videos, this is not a sponsored video. I bought this myself. I've been looking through Amazon and see what kind of toolkits they have, and I thought this was a pretty decent one for the price. Another reason I bought this is because I have another video where I review the bike hand / Nash bar toolkit, but that toolkit is no longer available. Now at the end of this video, if anybody's interested, I am going to go over some of the toolkits available right now on Amazon, what I like or don't like about them, and why I chose this particular one for review. So I removed the outer box, and it comes in a nice, rather sturdy plastic box with actual metal brackets. After removing the little zip tie that it comes with, we can open it up. Already some similarities with the other kit. For example, this little foam divider. And the kit must have gotten banged up in shipping, so kind of all over the place there. So let's go over the bottom tray. We have tire levers. We have cone wrenches that actually feel rather nice. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And the numbers are actually etched on there, so they're not going to rub off or anything. We have a quick link tool. And got a little lock there. And it's spring loaded. That's actually kind of nice because my park one is not spring loaded. It has a chain whip, which feels rather substantial. One thing I'm liking is this handle is nice and wide. Feels very good. Can get a very good grip on it. And this is a lock ring tool for use in older bottom brackets. So it has a little bag there with a flathead and Phillips screwdriver. The handle there, so it's reversible. It has the Torx keys in there and a small flathead screwdriver, like to adjust your derailleur, for example. We have the cassette lock ring tool here. Again, it's really nice. It has, I don't know if you can see it, but etched on there it says Cyclists, has the number CTF06 Taiwan. It actually feels very nice, and the little etching on it makes it look just better quality. So we have the sealed bearing bottom bracket tool, which also will work on your cinch, race face cinch crankset to remove the chain ring. And again, right there you have the name etched on it. So here you have your spoke wrench. Also casted in there are the numbers so they won't rub off. You have your cap tool for Shimano cranksets. You have your crank puller, and this one will work on both external or Holotech type ones, external bearing, and the squared taper. All you have to do is take this little see if it comes off. There it goes. So you take this little flat thing off, and now it'll work on tapered square and external bearing. On the top tray we have a chain breaker tool. Again, it seems very well made. I'm actually surprised at the quality. I was expecting something a little cheaper feeling. It's actually rather nice. You have your tool for your chain ring. You have your 8mm, which will fit on most crank bolts. Then you have the 1/2" adapter here so that you can use it. So you can use it with your other tools, like your bottom bracket tool. So it fits right in there like a 1/2" drive. Put this in there. Now you can use it that way. And we have our pedal wrench. 15mm here for the pedal wrench. nice and long so that you can get some leverage. On the other end, it has a 10 millimeter open end wrench, and then it has a 15 millimeter and a 14 millimeter socket for your older bikes that don't use quick release. You can remove those wheel bolts. Underneath here, you have a hex set with two 2.5, 3, 4, 5, and 6 millimeter sizes squared at one end, and then you have the rounded on the 6, 5, and 4. And then we have our bottom bracket tool, and this is for your Hollowtech 2 external bearing cranksets. Not quite sure what this little guy's for. And then this for your Shimano, or what they call the BB9000 bottom brackets, also external bearing. Now, I have one of those on my bike, an XT bottom bracket, and they do come with an adapter that I just use on my part tool. So bottom bracket comes with an adapter. I put that in and use it. In this case, this end is this, so you don't need the adapter in that case. So again, everything snaps nicely into place. The only thing that's going to be floating around is this, and then on the other side this. It actually catches pretty nicely under here. It doesn't move that much. And then you have a tire patch kit, like on my other toolkit. I just put odds and ends in there. So real quick, I was just going to go over some of the bike tool sets that I have on my wish list on Amazon. First is the Bike Hand 17 piece. This is identical to the one I already have that I paid $40–50 for, except it has an additional torque wrench right there. So it's all the same except for the additional torque wrench with the little bits there. That's the only difference, that they added $40 to the cost of it, or $30 to $40 depending what price you got, to the cost of this tool set. But you can find that for about $25 on its own. So this one is actually the one I just reviewed. Then this one looked pretty promising at first, $75, but it has a lot of tools you just don't really use. You're paying for tools that you can get either just buy separately at better quality, or tools that you just don't need. For example, that tire pressure tool there, that's useless. That's just a regular wrench, and I think it has like a couple of screwdrivers in there. Another one that looked kind of promising is this one, and this one sells for just $58. But again, you get a lot of useless tools. I mean, to me, they're not specialty tools. So for example, you get a regular old adjustable wrench. You get a socket drive or driver. You get a multi-tool that doesn't even look good quality. You get that little weird tool. Again, does not look all that great as far as quality. I mean, those are not bike specific tools. I also put the Bike Hand, let's see, there we go. The Bike Hand Premium set, and it does have, very similar to this one, it does have the chain tool there. It does have the cable cutter. So this one's rather complete, which I think is the only big difference. I mean, you get a brush, but that's no biggie. The problem there is that it costs $149. I would just buy the cable cutters separate and leave it at that. And then again, you have part toolkits, but those you're talking, you know, if you want to get all those tools, you're talking $200 to $300 for a kit. Now, if you're a professional, that's what you want to get. If you really work on your bikes a lot and money's not really an object, I would go with a part tool kit. But for most people, something like I just went over, I think would be very nice for $80. I think it's a pretty good buy. Leave some comments below. And one thing I would appreciate is if people would let me know what kind of, for example, videos they want to see about bicycles, especially how-to videos. And so I can load some up. So just let me know in the comments. Thanks a lot.